Hey guys, Dubravka here with episode number 6 of our Newcastle career mode on FIFA 21 Next Gen consoles. Kicking this episode off by transfer listing both Joelinton and our main man in Dwight Gale. As we kick off this episode, in terms of gameplay, we're taking on Leeds. They have conceded the most goals in this season, 33 to be exact, joint with Aston Villa. So we really should be scoring a lot of goals in today's game. And if you remember, we did switch into the 5-4-1. They're playing a 4-1-4-1, so it's going to be a bit of a battle in the midfield. It's going to be a good game. It should be a good game, especially considering the way that Leeds like to play. But Andy Carroll sees the ball, and he's actually, obviously, as I said, he came in and he's been absolutely brilliant since Callum Wilson got injured. Obviously, Callum Wilson's back soon. He's only got a few more weeks left on his injury, so he should be back maybe in the next episode, potentially the one after that. But he's definitely going to be back soon, as we do go 1-0 down Al Summer. And that kind of just proves my point there, that getting rid of Dubravka and replacing him with Carl Darlow till Freddie Woodman gets back might be a good piece of business, because I think we can probably get about 25 to 20 million for Dubravka, and I think that's well worth it, considering how poor he's been this season. You know, he's for some of these shots he's not even diving, and it's a bit of a piss take really. Yeah, how he's our highest rated player, I don't really know, but how that is offside from the naked eye of the linesman, I'm not sure. That definitely is some VAR bullshit that we hate. Everyone hates VAR when it comes to offside. Comment down below your opinions on VAR, because mine are very negative, if I do say so myself. But praised Andy Carroll at the beginning of the episode. He does go and score and make it 1-1 to Newcastle, and we're back on level terms. And now we can push and we can fight, because we've created a lot of chances in this game already. And obviously, it's the way that Leeds play. The way they play allows you to create a lot of chances, and it's nice to see that EA have actually kind of put that into FIFA. I don't know if they've done it on purpose or if they've done it accidentally, but Andy Carroll does get another goal. It's another assist for St. Maxime this season. He's been really, really good as well. For the games he's played, obviously, he picked up a slight knock as well. In this episode, I do believe he picks up a slight knock. But yeah, the hour mark has approached us. We're 2-1 up. We're looking to get that third. We're looking to kill off this game. And the two Longstaff brothers in the midfield knock it in to Kent. Kent knocks it through to St. Maxime, one-on-one. He missed earlier, and he was offside as well. And now he has finally got the chance, and he's put it away. It is 3-1 to ourselves, and that should be that. You know, we've defended pretty well with our 5 at the back. Dubravka's not had the most chances faced up against him, so we should be able to see this one out for the final 20 minutes. But Jamie Shackleton, you know, he's doesn't want that to happen. And Jack Harrison, the Man City loanee, does go and tuck the ball into the back of the net, and not what we wanted. And then just 10 minutes later, another chance here for them. They play it in the middle, and it's Harrison again. Jack Harrison has single-handedly turned this game on its head, and it is now 3-3. They're back on level terms. We're late in the game. A chance here as it's played through to Ryan Fraser. He sweats the ball across. And when you got the opportunity to score a sweaty goal in the 83rd, 84th minute, you take that and you run, because that is a brilliant goal. It's what we wanted. It's what we deserved in this game. And I told you there'd be goals when you play Leeds. 4-3 is the final score. We've got an offer here for Dwight Gale from Ghent in Belgium. 3.75 million. We're going to accept that. He will be off to Belgium. And we're going to get a nice little bit of money, a bit of chunk of change. And I'm pretty sure Mike Ashley will be happy with the money we've made this season, considering we've sold quite a few players and made him quite a bit of money. As we come to the Olympic Stadium, taking on West Ham. They're doing decently. I think they are 8th or 7th in this league. And they're doing really, really well in real life as well, all things considered. But it goes to the 75th minute. It's a chance for Susek, who's, again, another player who in real life has been really, really, really good. And in this game, I remind you of the game against Spurs, when I talked about Højbjerg and Sissoko. This game, I had to go against Declan Rice and Susek. Just as hard. Just as difficult. So, we're going to look to bounce back from that loss with a victory against Crystal Palace, back at St James's Park. And we go again. It's pretty much the same starting lineup. We're just waiting very slowly for Callum Wilson to regain his fitness and actually get back into the starting lineups and start producing again. Obviously, he was our top goal scorer before he got injured. That's now Andy Carroll, who I believe has 9 goals. So he's replaced him really well. But St. Maxime through 1-on-1. He should be scoring this. And, well, yeah. He fluffs his lines. He's been a very dodgy player this season, St. Maxime. He's been absolutely brilliant one game. He's piss poor the next. So, you know, it's swings and roundabouts with him. He really should be doing that. And we should be doing better there. As we let Jeffrey Schlupp, who's playing in the centre of midfield here today for Crystal Palace, he scores. And he does make it 1-0 to them. It's not what we want. But we do catch him on the counter-attack here with Longstaff charging through. He's 1-on-1. He could sweat it across, which is what he decides to do. And St. Maxime can't get to the ball first. He does actually get a touch on that. And it does go down as a goal kick. I don't know how that goes down as a goal kick. I don't know how he got a touch on that. And it didn't go off the Crystal Palace defender. But somehow, someway, it was a goal kick. Somehow, someway. As Ryan Kent, our saviour, he's been really, really, really good as of late. You know, he's been putting in the performances, putting in the form. And it's what we need at this time of need. When Andy Carroll's struggling to score in some games, when we've got our main man in Callum Wilson injured, we're going to bring on Ryan Fraser for Andy Carroll. We're going to push St. Maxime up top. And what we've got is Jamal Lewis here. Again, he's been brilliant. I think most of the players in this team have actually been really, really good. And I do think, all things considered, we're sitting in 10th place. We're mid-table this season. All things considered, I think we're punching above our weight. I think we are higher than we should be. You know, we've had a couple of upsets, a couple of losses, a couple of big batterings. But I think we are where we should be in terms of the league table, and we're now in front in this one. It was a goal from Ryan Fraser, came on, got the goal, and that is exactly what we brought him on for. You know, that impact sub, as we got another chance here for Fraser, knocks it into Longstaff. Longstaff knocks it into St. Maxime, and he finally gets his goal after a big miss in this one, after being caught slightly offside in the game against Leeds. He now gets another goal late on in the game, and it pretty much wraps up the victory for ourselves. 3 goals for us, all coming in the second half. After going 1-0 down as well, so it's a good performance by ourselves. And we move here into a little transfer dealing, as we've got an offer here for Joelinton, who we did list onto the transfer list. And it is from RB Leipzig. We're going to ask for £17.5 million. And what we're going to do is get that accepted by what should be Julian Nagelsmann, but I'm not sure. I don't think they have Bundesliga licensing. I think they've got La Liga, they've got all the faces. Premier League, they should have all the manager faces. Bundesliga, I think they've got most of the stadiums, but I don't think they have any of the faces. I'm not too sure on that one. But we come in against Southampton. If you remember episode number 1, we took on Southampton and we lost 3-1 away from home at St Mary's. And Callum Wilson scored in that game for ourselves. And I think Romeo scored the winner to make it 3-1. In the last couple of minutes. But in this one, things are very different. It's another big chance misstep by St. Maxime as he knocks the ball through to Ryan Fraser. Great chance, great opportunity. He cuts inside, but again, Fraser Forster, the former Celtic player, denying Ryan Fraser, the Scotsman. I'm not sure what team he supports, but Ryan Kent, the former Rangers player, 1-on-1 with the former Celtic player, but it's a great save from Fraser Forster, denying us in this one. He's played really well so far. And what's going to happen here is Che Adams is going to nick the ball, plays it out wide to Dejempo. Helix gets past Yedlin, Danny Ings knocks it through to Diallo. Diallo, first time pass, Mesut Ozil, Iniesta, Xavi. Eat your heart out, because that pass by Diallo was absolutely crisp. On a plate for Che Adams, and they score. After being dominated for the majority of the game, they are the first team to tuck the ball into the back of the net. And that lit something in the team. It angered them. It angered Ryan Kent. It angered the Longstaff brothers. And with Sean Longstaff charging through 1-on-1 with Ryan Fraser, he shows the whole team how to score a goal past the big English goalkeeper. 1-1. And he has been absolutely brilliant this season. He's been, I would say, of the 2 brothers in the midfield, he has been the better of the 2. As we again go through. Yeah, he's got quite a few goals this season and provided quite a few assists. So definitely when we look to get a new midfielder, he will be the one that stays in there over Matty. As he gets another one and he makes it 2-1, he flips the game on his head single-handedly pretty late into the game as well, all things considered. And we are now 2-1 up. 3 points coming home with ourselves. You can see there he scores in the 66th and in the 81st minute of the game. As we come into the final game of this episode, we will be taking on Brighton at St James's Park, looking to get another victory, and we've been pretty decent in this episode. We've got quite a few victories, pushing ourselves up the table. As I said, we're sitting mid-table right now, and I think that would be a great place for us to finish. Between 10th and 8th, I think would be considered a success, all things considered. And as I said earlier in the episode, Alan St. Maxime does go down with a knock. He's tackled after going on a little dribble in this one. He's not forced off. I took him off myself as a precaution, bringing on Big Andy Carroll, and that is that. Obviously, I started St. Maxime at striker in this one, and he got picked up a knock 24 minutes in, so not really what you want. But Andy Carroll into Shelby. Shelby knocks it through to Ryan Fraser. He's been the unsung hero this season so far. I really do believe that. He has scored a lot of goals coming on as a substitution, and even playing in an unnatural position on the right-hand side. You know, he's naturally a a left winger, but we did obviously train him to become a right winger, and he's playing really well in that position. As we've got a corner late in this one, it's headed away, and thankfully we have midfielders who can obviously intercept the ball in the two long-staff rubbers. Obviously, Shelby's playing in this one. Shelby's a player in January. This is the final game before January. I should mention that. He is a player I'm going to look to sell on, maybe even swap for a midfielder from the Championship. But we're 2-0 up in this one. Ryan Kent gets another goal. He's another winger on great form. Him and Ryan Fraser have really pulled this team forward when St. Maxime and Andy Carroll and the likes haven't really been performing to the best of their abilities. And we're in the last couple of minutes in this game. Last couple of minutes of the final game of the episode. John Joe Shelby charging forward. He's just going to knock the ball through to Ryan Kent. Got some space to dribble into, so he's going to do exactly that. Skips past one, skips past another, charges into that space that's just been left open, strikes it across goal, past the Australian keeper in Matty Ryan. And that's one of the best goals we have scored so far this season. And it's Ryan Kent who puts his name to it. And that's how the episode's going to end. That's how the game is going to end. A nice little 3-0 victory. A very big confidence booster. And I'll see you in the next episode. Beginning of the January transfer window. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.